the most ordinary of builds, but it does allow him to stay online for a little bit longer art style. Capped up by the troll, but Puppey is just playing the nuisance game. Sending these little monsters in to try and annoy Dendi.
And the Puppey Chen, there's some players that just have these signature heroes. Puppey Chen is as old as they come, but Seneco's done such a good job of trying to isolate him out and forcing him around the map, making inefficient maneuvers. He's got one of these camps warded, the other one he has vision of, so he can always rotate down. And they're doing such a good job of slowing down Wee in this mid lane, giving him as much pressure as possible. As Seneco's out of mana now, but Wee's gonna have to pop that salve, and more importantly than that, he's out of mana now.
Does he consider walking back to base? He's bought a TP, so it looks like that's the plan. And Puppey, sure enough, hits level 2, and he's still only got this Dark Troll. Can't really go anywhere with it. And you look at the CS score, 40 and 8 for Dendi. He's gonna start tripling up, even quadrupling this OD's last hit count soon.
Yeah, they're struggling right now in this mid lane, and they just can't really help him. The Earth Spirit could make a rotation, but they're busy trying to give Eternal NP some room at this bottom lane, and that's the important thing, is that General got his Bat Rider, he's able to pressure this Spectre in a one-on-one situation. He's already level 4 right now, and this is absolutely not what Secret wants to happen right now. So what it comes down to is, can Puppey rotate around the map? And
one-on-one in the jungle, Seneko against Pilatai, punching and thumping, but Seneco's got General, no longer 1v1, and Pilatai the roll into Bat Rider's Firefly, and another kill for Navi on that Earth Spirit.
Seneko has just been the thorn in the side of Secret in this game so far. 3 minutes into the game, done so much work for them, popping so many of the wards, and he's already going to go for the suicide just so he can come back to the lane even sooner. But he's done his job in the early game. Forced out a lot of sentries, dust. Most importantly, been able to get kills.
For sure. Now, one lane that we haven't really looked too much at is up at top. Art style Bane, Ditchira Gyrocopter, dealing with this Misery Abaddon here. He's getting his levels up here, and he's definitely annoying the Bane, who dropped very low and was forced a Nightmare to retreat. But Abaddon, the panel mentioned, Aquatic Shield's good against that track from Bounty. What else does it give you?
Most importantly, if you get stunned up, you can just pop your borrowed time, and most things will get just removed, and you can go for the turnaround. But it's just a really good core where if Dityara decides to try to use the Rocket Barrage, it's not going to do too much. Misery can tank a lot of 1v1 fights, which he's been doing so far.
They've got the dust again onto Seneko. This time it might be a kill. A DD Chen. And Seneko pays for his insolence. He does get a sneaky little Observer Ward down, though. Again, watching for these Chen rotations. Does overlap a little bit with the other one, but give good vision nonetheless.
Yeah, probably the most important thing about that, too, is that he had the most annoying creep to play against, the Purge creep. If it was any other creep, maybe he can get out again, but that one just makes it a little bit too difficult to run out of once he just gets the first Purge on you.
Oh, stack up some napalms onto Eternal Envy. General, Firefly up as well with a dagger across. EE has a TP rotation in from the Earth Spirit, but Pilatai will block off the advance and give the Spectre a little more room to maneuver. But again, it's another situation where Team Secret, they do lose the Abaddon at the top, but Spectre's forced out of lane.
Yeah, they get the kill at top, and again, Seneko with the rotations has died twice, but one of those, if you remember correctly, was just on the Roshan, and he's going to be incredibly satisfied with the amount of impact that he's been able to have. Most importantly, General playing the Bat Rider has been able to zone out Eternal Envy from a lot of CS. And maybe in the mid game and the late game, Secret have this game, but when it comes to the laning phase, it's definitely all been Navi.
Oh, Tranquil boots up for General, already exclaiming and doing a little barrel roll as well. On that little bat of his own. Seneko, once again, cheeky little bugger stealing bounty runes under the very nose of Weeha's OD. How many more is he going to be able to get away with, though? You know, the vision game here is super difficult for Team Secret, trying to keep Observer Wards up, trying to buy sentries and dust. Bounty Hunter is not only a drain on their laning phase, creating a bit of a deficit when they have to rotate around and track his movements, but also the just base economical damage, forcing people to buy more than they really would like to.
Yeah, and that's the biggest impact that he's having right now, is just he's making everybody on the map uncomfortable. Secret, they're devoting a lot of these resources that they're building up just to slow him down. And Vincere top does have the ultimate available. He's gonna pop it now.
Full health. And back to farming away he goes. Vincere not gonna stick around for too long against Vincere and Seneko. They do have a lot of slows and damages between them. While Weeha, he's burnt all of the mana from Dendi, stealing that intelligence still through the refraction. But just take a look at bottom. Eternal Envy needs the babysit, he needs the help. I'll send one back because the Earth Spirit needs to regen. But Puppey, usually with Chens, you know, we see them go down one route or the other. They either farm to level 5, get a quick level 6, try and get Arcane Soul mech, or they kind of play the selfless Chen and throw Wild Wings and Satyrs and those Harpy creeps to spam on lanes and control things up. Puppey hasn't had the opportunity to do either, so he's stuck in the worst
they're
of
pinging
both
out.
worlds.
They actually smoked under the ward, and this is going to be pretty terrible for them as they know it's most likely going to either go for the safe lane.
Misery has no ulti at the top of the Spectral Horn, comes through, Digirard dropping low, and Misery with the shield! They've got Digirard, but does Misery die first? He'll drop straight after. The Gyrocopter is picked up by EE, so first haunt of the game and a great start for that Spectre.
And Dendi's going to go for the bottom rune, nab it, but that was still a smoke from Team Secret, and at this point I think Dendi should know that the rotation went to top instead. Seneco's going to scout this out. Should see Pylai die here in a second as well. And he's just trying to soak his level 6 very smartly. Most importantly, General just, again, continues to get more farm on the map while everybody rotated top. He took this time to farm out some lanes.
Oh, hello Seneko. Do they have reveal? Of course they do. Pylai die with the dust. The TP's coming in thick and fast. TA and Bane both want to try and battle through this with Pylai die dropping to the tower. He's got a TP.
Oh, he's got this one.
He'll be able to complete.
And he's got to be really frustrated at that. Unable to really defend anything and not even getting the counter kill out of that. And now Eternal Envy is getting a pretty reasonable amount of farm as a result of the map movements. Misery swapped down with him, and I guess the trade-off is that General continues to get a lot of farm on the map, and he's going to get his Blink Dagger at a pretty reasonable time. And this is a hero that desperately needs it. At some point, you want him, Dendi, and the Bounty Hunter to just move around. They've got a really strong 5-man team if they want it.
General is just farming everywhere. You know, he farms bot lane, moves through the Radiant jungle, picks up a couple of camps, and all of a sudden he's dead. I guess creating or taking up the hole that Dendi left, but I think that move from Eternal Envy not only did the Horn secure himself a kill, but it took him away from the Batrider who was trying to set up again with the Bane on bot. So things working out for Secret after the initial stages of Bounty Hunters roaming around. How are we looking for Seneko? Level 6, 9.5 minutes in, definitely a stellar start for him.
Yeah, they want to try to set up kills around this track as soon as possible. A lot of it just depends on Digirard's timing for when he decides to move down to the safe lane.
Art style, Brain Sap Nightmare. Back behind the tier 1, but the Nightmare's traded off away from Envy onto Pylai die. Maybe considering the jump forward with the Haunt as well. They're looking for Art Style. They're going to go for this and commit the Haunt. Art Style, not long for this world as Envy picks up one. Back towards mid though. And call down. Astral keeps him alive through the rockets, and he's going to try and get alive by Pylai die. The rocket barrage is tanked up by the Earth Spirit. And we are still not out of dodge just yet as Seneko and Dendi pair up with a level 2 Meld Strike.
That was a really nice donation by Pylai die, as Navi are going to clean up with back-to-back track kills. What could have just been one, Pylai die unable to save the OD, and they're starting to rack up some gold here. That's a 1,300 gold change off those two heroes. And Secret absolutely cannot afford to just give up those mini skirmishes.
That gives you Arcane Boots on your bounty, head into that mech a little bit faster as well. And then you start to look at the bounty as basically another core hero with the amount of gold he's getting. While Dendi, 1,000 in the bank. We've seen in lots of, in that phase where TA came back a little bit, we saw people transition away from the straight Deso rush into Blink Daggers being picked up. What do you think he wants here is, Blink Daggers, they definitely increase in value the more you have. Do you want Blink Bat and Blink TA?
I think going for the Deso is fine, especially if they opt to go for the early Roshan and use that to kind of take a lot of the map control out of the way. I think there's some merit to the Blink as well, just because it makes it really hard for Secret to kill him at that point. But just depends on what the bigger objective is, as they can set up a lot of track kills too. As General now has the Blink Dagger, going to TP back to base. Would not be surprised if they immediately try to go for something with the Bounty Hunter.
And they've got a smoke on Seneko's bounty as well. The rest of Team Secret, they're trying to retreat back to their own side of the river, and they've hit level 6 on Chen, so the Hand of God is available for them.
I feel like they both just meet over here and go for the smoke. Try to pick up a kill. Yeah, and that's
exactly.
exactly